I'm looking forward to 10 romance novels and a cozy mystery publishing in 2021. Hi guys, my name is Ezra and welcome back to my channel. So I know the year isn't over yet, but I already have 11 books that I'm looking forward to publishing in 2021. I'm going to be sharing them with you in order of expected publication because I am so excited. I can't wait to get my hands on these books. So let's start with the first one. So the first book I'm excited to read is Much Ado About You by Samantha Young. I already have the arc of this book and I can't wait to read it. I'm going to read it closer to publication date or maybe during the holidays. It is expected to be published on February 2nd, 2021 from Berkeley Romance. And this is a romantic comedy where the heroine, she is from Chicago. She gets passed over from work in a promotion from work, and she goes to a quaint English village and goes on a holiday there. And part of the holiday package is that she gets to run the bookstore. I think the bookstore's name is like Much Ado About Books or something like that. And she has to run the bookstore while she's on holiday. And then it's a quaint, I feel like it's going to be nice. It's like a small town romance, and the heroine gets involved in a lot of the town gossip, and the hero is a local farmer, so I'm excited for that one and I can't wait to read it. The next book I'm excited for is a historical romance, and it is called The Bride Bet by Tessa Dare. This is the fourth book in her Girl Meets Duke series, and it is expected to be published on February 9th, 2021 from Avon Romance. And this book has been pushed a few months. It was supposed to be published this year, but they pushed it, and I can't wait to read this book. This is supposed to be a not a second chance romance, but it's it's like a friends to lovers, but they don't see each other for 10 years. And when they were kids, the hero and the heroine, the hero is the Duke, well, the Duke's heir, and the heroine is the scholar's daughter, and they made a pact, a kid's pact, wherein after 10 years, if they're still not married, they're gonna marry each other. So now 10 years later, the Duke wants the heroine to make do with her promise. So I expect a lot of laughs in this book. I really like the other books in this series, although I think I haven't read the last one, but the other books in this series are hilarious and very romantic, so I can't wait to read this book. The next book that I can't wait to read is Wild Rain by Beverly Jenkins. This is the second book in her Women Who Dare series, and it is expected to be published on February 9th, 2021 by Avon Romance. And oh my god, Beverly Jenkins writes the most amazing lyrical books ever. And I love that she features people of color on her cover. So as you can see, this cover has two POC on the cover, and it's absolutely adorable. I love it. I mean, this series has gorgeous covers. So this is a story about a reporter. He owns a black newspaper, and he's gonna feature a doctor on his newspaper, and then he meets the doctor's sister. So now the doctor's sister is a freaking badass. She runs her own ranch, she wears denim pants, and she doesn't wear dresses. And I can't wait to read this book. Beverly Jenkins is really great with banter, and I just can't wait to read Wild Rain. You guys, the next book on my list is another historical romance, and it is The Devil in Her Bed by Kerrigan Byrne. This is the third book in her Devil You Know series, and it's expected to be published on March 9th, 2021 from St. Martin's Paperbacks. I actually haven't read this series, but I read everybody rave about this series. So I love Kerrigan Byrne's Victorian Rogue series. I can't wait to read this because it involves the underbelly of London. The hero is a spy, and the heroine is actually out for revenge. So in the morning, by day, she's the countess, and at night, she is on the hunt. And she's looking for the people who have murdered her family, and then she meets the Devil of Dorset, the moniker of the hero. So Kerrigan Byrne is really great with steamy themes, gothic themes, and Victorian themes, and I really can't wait to read this book. Now, the next book is another book that I've been waiting for, and this is a Gilded Age romance. If you don't know, I really love Gilded Age romance, although I haven't read a lot of books set in the Gilded Age. And so I really can't wait for this book. The book is The Heiress Hunt by Joanna Shupe. And this is the first book in the Fifth Avenue Rebels series and is expected to be published on March 9th, 2021 from Avon Romance. And this is a childhood sweetheart slash second chance romance. So those two tropes definitely are my favorites. I can't wait for this. So the hero returns to New York when he discovers that his father, who has since passed away, has bankrupted their estate. So he is out to look for an heiress to save his family. Then he contacts his childhood sweetheart who broke his heart years ago to help him find a bride. But of course, because this is a second chance romance, I can't wait. I expect a lot of jealousy going on here and just amazing chemistry between the hero and heroine. Plus, Joanna Shupe really does know how to write very steamy scenes. So I'm really glad that she has written more books set in the Gilded Age. Now, the next book that I can't wait to read is actually a book that I just found out right now, like maybe 10 minutes ago, that this was coming and this was releasing in 2021. And this book is called Real by Kennedy Ryan. And this book is the first book in the Hollywood Renaissance series. And oh my god, the expected publication is April 2021. If you want to look, go to Kennedy's Instagram stories. She or IGTV, she talked a little bit about this series and I can't wait. It's set in Hollywood. It involves a filmmaker who is making a biopic featuring a 50s, 40s, 50s, I think 40s, 50s icon, and he's looking for the actress to play the leading lady. So Kennedy Ryan's books are so angsty, so dreamy, and they are very well researched. So I really can't wait for this book to come out. And we don't have an exact date yet, but she said April 2021. So I can't wait. I'm so excited. The next book is another book from one of my favorite authors, and it's another historical romance. This is Scourge of My Heart by Lorraine Heath, and this is the first book in her new series, Once Upon a Dukedom. And this is expected to be published on April 13, 2021 from Avon Romance. So I'm really happy for this one because while I liked Lorraine Heath's last series, some of the books were not that, I didn't really like the other books in that series. So I'm excited that she has a new one. So this book is about a lady who has to marry a titled gentleman so that she can get her inheritance. And of course, she falls in love with despair. So, oh my god, the angst in this book. I just expect this book to be angsty. As you know, Lorraine Heath is really great at writing books that are angsty and emotional as well. So I can't wait to read this book. All right, you guys, this is probably one of my top highly anticipated reads. It is another historical romance and it is written by one of my favorite authors. And the book is called Devil in Disguise by Lisa Kleypas. This is the seventh book in the Rivendell series and it is expected to be published on July 27, 2021 from Avon Romance. You guys, the heroine in this book is Lady Merritt Starling. Do you know what that means? That means this is Marcus and Lillian's eldest. I can't wait. I'm so happy that we're getting a Wallflowers crossover and we're seeing their kids. I can't wait. So, the heroine here is, of course, Lady Merritt. She is a young widow and she's running her husband's shipping company. And the hero in the book, his name is Kier McRae. Kier McRae. And he reveals that he is connected to one of England's famous families, and I have a feeling that he will be related to one of the heroes in the Hathaways. That's the conspiracy that everybody's talking about right now. So probably Hathaway. So I have a feeling that we're gonna get a glimpse of the Hathaways and of course the Wallflowers. This book, they haven't showed the cover yet, so I hope they're gonna have a good cover for this book, and I can't wait. You guys, the next book that I can't wait to read is a book that does not have a title yet, and I'm really excited. Even though there's no title, I'm really excited. So this book is going to be the first book in a new series called Hell Spells by Sarah McLean. So the expected publication is August 15, 2021 from Avon Romance, and this is supposed to be about a gang of women in the Victorian era who is hell-bent on smashing the patriarchy. I am here for this. And I love that Sarah McLean is going to go to the underbelly of London. And I think she's going to put, so I think the heroines here are going to be like leaders of the underground. I love it so much. I can't wait to read it. So excited for this book. Now, the next book that I can't wait to read is a romantic suspense, and this is the second book in the Survival Instinct series titled Uncharted by Adriana Anders. You guys, I read the first book in this series, White Out, and I was blown away. This is a survival instinct. Well, it is a survival instinct series, but it's about survival in like Antarctica. So this book, because book one kind of ended in a cliffhanger, although the romance there, was resolved and we did get an HEA, this book does follow the story and the plot from the first book, but it involves different characters and a different couple. So I'm so excited. So the heroine here goes to Alaska and she is supposed to evacuate somebody from Alaska, and then the enemies, I have a feeling that these are the enemies from book one because of that ending. So I think, so Leo, her name is Leo, and I think she was the pilot of the chopper from book one. So the hero here is one of America's Most Wanted, and he basically goes under the radar, but then he meets our heroine and then they try to help each other. So White Out had me at the edge of my seat. It was so thrilling. It was a little bit scary and I loved it so much. And so I am expecting a lot of great things in this book. This is expected to be published. I can't believe I forgot to say that. But this book is expected to be published on August 31st, 2021 from Sourcebooks Casablanca. So I absolutely cannot wait for this book, especially with that cliffhanger. All right, you guys, the final book that I can't wait to read is actually not a romance. It is a cozy mystery, and this will be my very first cozy mystery ever, but this is an Own Voices cozy mystery. So the book is called Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala, and this is the first book in Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery, and it's expected to be published on May 4th, 2021 from Berkeley. I was supposed to say Berkeley Romance, but this is not romance. Oh my god, you guys, this is Own Voices. So if you don't know, I'm Filipino. I love adobo so much. So when I saw this cover and the title, I was like, man, this is Filipino, and it totally is, and its Own Voices. So I'm really excited. So the heroine here, she goes back to her hometown to recover from a horrible breakup, and then she starts to help the restaurant, her Tita Rosie's restaurant. So when a notoriously nasty food critic, who is actually her ex, confronts her at the restaurant and drops dead, she is suddenly the main suspect. So they're pitching this as a Jennifer Cruzy slash Agatha Christie book, and I really can't wait. I think there are going to be a lot of Filipino dishes mentioned here, of course. And I absolutely love the title. The cover is perfect. So when I heard about this book a few months ago, I immediately messaged my best friends and told them that we're going to buddy read this shit. And then I found out that it's actually not going to be published until next year. So duh me. But yes, I can't wait to read this. I'm gonna force my best friends to buddy read this book with me. Lurch and Shan, you guys, we're gonna buddy read this book ASAP. When we get a copy of it, we'll buddy read this. I think you guys are gonna like it. And its Own Voices. So I'm really happy that, we're getting a lot of Own Voices and Filipino representation, most especially Filipino representation in, US publishing. So I really can't wait to read this book. Also, you guys, her dachshund's name is Longanisa. Oh my god, it's so funny. Side note, I had Longanisa today. So, yum. I can't wait. I just can't wait. So alright, that's it for this video. I've been gushing for the better part of about 20 minutes already about the books that I can't wait to read. Please let me know what books you are highly anticipating, and if you're waiting for any of the books that I mentioned, please let me know which ones you want to read from my list, and we can talk about it in the discussion below. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in another video.